The function of feathers. Feathers come in many different forms, yet they are all made up of the protein beta-keratin. And they all have the same basic parts. Let's first start with the calamus, which then extends into the rachis, which then branches off into barbs, and then the interlocking barbules. In this photo, you can see the barbules are separated. When the barbules become separated, the bird will run its beak along the feather to lock the barbules back into place. Watch how this juvenile spotted eagle owl runs its beak along each feather to realign the barbules. And this is what the feather looks like when the barbules are interlocked again. Feathers serve many different functions, and the most obvious function is flight. See how effortlessly the secretary bird glides into a breeze without much wing flapping. Some birds' feathers are bright and they are adapted to attract females, like the well-known peacock's tail feathers. Their design and iridescent colors are designed to impress females when the male displays. The male long-tailed widow bird shows off his very long tail feathers when displaying, but he also shows off his red and white epaulets and puffs out his head feathers at the same time. And watch this male malachite sunbird show off his bright yellow pectoral tufts for the interested female. And this male pin-tailed wider shows off his very long tail feathers for a female. And look how this Ludwig's bustard puffs out his neck and breast feathers in his typical balloon display in the arid Karoo. Not all birds have bright feathers though. Some birds have to rely on their drab-colored plumage for camouflage so as not to be detected by predators when roosting or foraging out in the open, like this spotted eagle owl. And the plumage, coloration and cryptic markings make these two little African scops owls very difficult to see against the tree trunk they are roosting against. A bird's feathers overlap and form the body contour of the bird. I've chosen the easily identifiable African hoopoo as an example. Its coloring, markings and shape make it easy to identify. Feathers also help in insulation, especially in very cold weather. On very cold nights and days, birds will puff themselves up and the soft, fluffy, downy feathers against their bodies will trap in warm air to keep them from getting too cold. Feathers also serve a purpose to keep water birds' plumage waterproof and weatherproof. Water birds keep their plumage waterproof for when they swim on the water and when they dive under the water. See how this fulvous whistling duck dives and comes up dry. The water just runs off its feathers. But how do they create waterproof feathers? They spend a lot of time preening, and they have a special preen gland just above their tails that produces a waxy oil substance that they spread over all their feathers to keep them waterproof. This preen oil also has antibacterial properties. Feathers also help to protect a bird's body against sharp thorns and insects too. This rufous-eared warbler spends a lot of time in these very thorny asparagus-type bushes in the Karoo, and its plumage never looks damaged by any of the very sharp thorns. Did you know that sandgrouse carry water in their belly feathers and carry it back to the chicks in the nest to drink? Watch how the males soak their belly feathers in the water, and they carry the water to the young chicks that will drink it from their belly feathers for the first 2 months of their lives. Rictal bristles are hair-like feathers that grow along the upper beak of many birds, like this fork-tailed drongo, for example. Rictal bristles are like whiskers on mammals, and they help the bird to locate prey by touch, and also they protect the eyes of the bird from prey when catching insects in the air. Coming soon, the different types of birds' feathers. So watch this space. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and post any comments down below.